I heard from a member of the Bundestag, which is the German parliament. He and I were talking the other day, and he mentioned to me that the Ukrainians had sold two of these very expensive, sophisticated French 155 millimeter Caesar howitzers. They had sold them to Russia. So France donated them to Ukraine so that Ukraine could fight the war. The Ukrainian underworld took control of them and sold them to Russia. So now Russia has them. Russia is examining them in their weapons manufacturing plants so that they can see what advantage they can make of perhaps modifying their own weapons designs. When I heard this from the member of the Bundestag, I thought, well, let me just check this out. Sure enough, there were articles. At first, I found them in the Bulgarian press. I was recently doing an interview with Bulgaria. It's a very interesting country, and they do some good reporting on both sides of the war. And so there definitely is verification that the two highly advanced French howitzer systems are now in the possession of the Russians. They were not captured. According to all reliable information, the howitzers were sold through an intermediary, which means the Ukrainian underworld, which is very, very big and very active. Interestingly, they were sold for $120,000 each. Now, the cost to the French government was 7 million euros, which means that these brand new French howitzer systems were sold to Russia for 2% of what it cost the French people to buy them. So it's just insane what's going on over there. The Javelin anti-tank missiles that the United States has been providing have been sold on the dark web, and they seem to go for somewhere around $30,000. Cost the U.S. government $240,000. So for about 12% of the original cost, you can buy these weapons and use them to knock down American airliners or to do all kinds of mischief. The Interpol is a very powerful international police agency. It functions basically for the Western world. And Jürgen Stock, who is the Secretary General of Interpol, has said that he's very fearful that these weapons that are going to Ukraine will be handed over to criminal organizations. The U.S. intelligence services have admitted that we do not know where the weapons we provide to Ukraine are going. We have absolutely no way of tracking them. And if you can remember what the mafia used to be in New York City, I mean, I'm sure they're still operating there, but when I was growing up, the mafia was incredibly powerful. And if you can imagine the Ukrainian underworld, they are like the mafia back when I was a little boy, and they were running around, running liquor and prostitution and assassinating political officials and that kind of thing. This is the way that it operates in Ukraine. Very, very corrupt, and we are giving our most advanced weapons to those people.
Uai, seu app de vídeos curtos.